Hello everyone, it's Will from Turbozentrum. We're still upstairs on the mezzanine. It is raining, so I'm sorry if the audio's slightly out, but I'm trying my best and that's all that matters. That rain is getting ridiculous. I'm hoping you can hear me. So we're back, we waited for the rain to stop, and now we're going to go for this week's Spotlight product. Take it away. This week's Spotlight product is blow-off valves, pop-off valves, Bovs, dump valves, whatever you may call them. Blow-off valves always go on a turbocharged or supercharged car, and the way that they work is when the throttle is open, the turbo is compressing that air and the compressed air within the system is safe to use. And because of this, the spring inside of a blow-off valve will stay closed, not allowing any air to escape or be put into atmosphere or into recirc. However, when you close the throttle, it's like closing the gate on all that compressed air, and that compressed air is then at a dangerous pressure level. What that pressure then does is causes the piston and the spring in a blow-off valve to open, releasing this into the atmosphere or back into the recirculation where it'll go into your intake. If we don't have a blow-off valve, what will then happen is you'll have dangerous levels of pressure which can damage the intercooler, the piping, the intake, or it can back pressure into the turbo itself, into the compressor housing, which is the cold side. It can cause back pressure, which in turn can destroy your turbo or highly reduce the longevity and life expectancy of that turbo. It's basically like putting more stress and strain on the turbine and the bearings themselves, and we all don't want to do that. So, all in all, the key function of a blow-off valve is to stop compressor surge. Compressor surge is, like I've just spoken about, a phenomenon that happens, can't say it. Compressor surge is a phenomenon, I really can't say that word, a phenomenon that happens when you close your throttle. The rapid cycle of pressurizing and depressurization will continue until your blow-off valve and your compressor turbine has slowed down to a sufficient level, or until the throttle's opened again and you give it good beans. Woo! Most people know blow-off valves for the amazing sound qualities that they bring to us. However, turboflutter comes from compressor surge. And this is when compressor air is forced back to the compressor housing. Now, as amazing as these sounds are, and don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan, I love turboflutter. It makes me warm inside. Oh. No matter how much of a fan we are, that air being compressed back to the compressor housing and the compressor turbine is actually bad. It's putting more strain on that compressor and the bearings within. But it does sound good. So, if you don't mind changing your turbo more than you should, you'll be alright with some turboflutter. If that's all you're about, don't worry. It's a Spotlight product of the week, so we're going to go through what I have on the desk. We have a very small TurboSmart Compact. Now, this blow-off valve is car specific. This, I believe, is for a 1 litre EcoBoost. Probably the less worthy on the table for us car fanatics. However, as you can see, we've got some grooves on each side. This is a 50-50 BOV, which means 50% is recirced and 50% is atmospherical. What does atmospherical mean? What does recirc mean? Atmospherical blow-off valves will take that pressure and dump it into the atmosphere. That is what usually gives you your dump noise, your where a recirc valve or a recirc BOV will recirculate that air into the intake manifold. It's the silent and sleeper way to do things. We'll move on to the next TurboSmart, which is the TurboSmart Plumbback. This is 100% recirc. As you can see, we have a dump, we have the in. It makes sense, yeah? It's 100% recirc. This, nothing goes to atmosphere. Why would you choose TurboSmart? Well, let's think about that. 25 years TurboSmart's been going. I'm pretty sure it's their anniversary coming up. They've never let us down. They've always brought top quality products to us. That's why we have it on the shelves. That's why we're promoting it to you. But they're not the only people in the market. Let's move over to the big Mac Daddy from Nuke Performance. Now, personally, I love this BOV. It's beautiful, it's pretty. The way that it's been machined is absolutely amazing. The matte black finish. Not only that, very good at high performance. Very well made. Everything about it, to me, strikes excellent. However, it is a big blow-off valve. So you would only use this for big power. You wouldn't use it on your 1 litre EcoBoost. What's more to like? And now we're going to move over to the very last one that I've got today for you, which is the Tile Q. Now, a lot of people ask us here at Turbozentrum, why should I pay more for the Tile Q? Because it is the most expensive of what I have on the table. Well, let me tell you a couple of things about it. The Tile Q, just one of these blow-off valves, which is pretty huge. When you look at it, it's a big unit. This will support up to 1800 horsepower. What? 1800 horsepower. Not only that, again, for me personally, it looks pretty. I know that's not always necessary, but we like our engine base to look nice at the same time, as well as perform. Another great thing about the Tile Q is it lets off such a good noise. No matter what it's on, it just, it's the one. So that's it for the blow-off valves. We have many more downstairs, many different types, especially TurboSmart, because like I said, they do car-specific stuff as well as universal stuff. We have 50/50s, we have 100% atmospherical, we have 100% recircs. We have got it all. So why not give us a message, give us a call, and we can help you out the best we can. Not only that, blow-off valves do have a spring inside, and most of those springs are changeable. However, let's not get them confused with wastegates. You do not change the spring according to your boost pressure. You change the spring according to your vacuum pressure, which you can find out if you have your car idling when it's warm, when the engine's warm. You can find out that vacuum pressure and you can change the spring. Or if you want a more choppy sound and if you want a bit more flutter, just put a big hard spring in it. But I didn't tell you that. I'm going to run away. All in all, that's all I have to say for this week's Spotlight products. I hope you've learned something, and if not, drop something in the comments and I will try to go over as much as I can. Again, it's a Spotlight product. I'm keeping it short. I'm keeping it sweet. If you've got a bit of time, maybe watch this next video. And if not, I'll see you next week. Thank you.